The United States Department of Homeland Security recently deported a group of Indian nationals. This action has sent ripples through both communities, affecting families and individuals who had hoped to build a new life in the United States. This event has sparked debate and raised questions about the future of U.S.-India relations concerning immigration. The diplomatic ties between the two nations are now under scrutiny, as policymakers and citizens alike ponder the implications of such actions. The deportations were carried out as part of the U.S. government's ongoing efforts to enforce immigration laws. These laws are designed to maintain the integrity of the nation's borders, but they also bring to light the human stories behind each case. This event has brought the often contentious issue of deportation to the forefront. Public opinion is divided, with some advocating for stricter enforcement and others calling for more compassionate approaches. While the exact number of individuals deported remains undisclosed, the incident has sparked discussions about its implications for both countries. The lack of transparency has only fueled speculation and concern among the affected communities. The situation is further complicated by the lack of a strong reaction from the Indian government, leaving many to speculate about the reasons behind this silence. Some believe it reflects a strategic diplomatic stance, while others see it as a failure to protect its citizens abroad. The deportations serve as a stark reminder of the complexities surrounding immigration, particularly in the context of a close bilateral relationship like that of the U.S. and India. The incident highlights the delicate balance between national security and humanitarian concerns. The incident also underscores the challenges faced by individuals navigating the intricacies of immigration systems, often caught between the aspirations of a better life and the realities of legal barriers. Many find themselves in a limbo, uncertain of their future and the prospects of reuniting with their families. The event has ignited debates, with some expressing concerns about the treatment of those deported and others emphasizing the importance of upholding immigration laws. The discourse reflects broader societal values and the ongoing struggle to find a balance between compassion and law enforcement. As the situation continues to unfold, it remains to be seen how it will impact the broader relationship between the two countries, and what it means for the future of Indian nationals seeking to migrate to the United States. The outcome of this incident could set a precedent for future immigration policies and bilateral agreements. The U.S. and India have been collaborating on migration and mobility issues for years. They participate in dialogues and working groups focused on streamlining legal migration processes. Both nations are also committed to combating human trafficking and smuggling. Joint efforts include information sharing and capacity building programs for law enforcement agencies. This collaborative framework aims to promote safe, legal, and orderly migration. However, the recent deportations highlight the complexities within this cooperative framework. While both countries share an interest in managing migration flows, differences in domestic priorities and approaches can create friction. Balancing national interests with the principles of humane treatment of migrants remains an ongoing challenge for both nations. The U.S. government maintains that the deportations are necessary to uphold its immigration laws. They argue that unauthorized immigration strains social services and poses security risks. The Department of Homeland Security emphasizes its commitment to enforcing immigration laws consistently and fairly, regardless of nationality. The U.S. government has implemented various measures to curb unauthorized immigration, including increased border security and stricter enforcement of visa regulations. The deportations are in line with these policies and reflect the current administration's stance on immigration enforcement. However, critics argue that these measures do not address the root causes of unauthorized immigration, such as economic disparities and lack of opportunities in sending countries. India has not issued a formal statement condemning or endorsing the U.S. deportation methods. This measured response is likely due to the multifaceted nature of the situation. India is itself grappling with illegal immigration and recognizes the sovereign right of nations to manage their borders. However, India also seeks to protect the rights and well-being of its citizens abroad. This delicate balancing act is reflected in India's cautious approach to the recent deportations. The Indian government is likely engaging in diplomatic channels to understand the circumstances surrounding the deportations and ensure the humane treatment of its citizens. The lack of a strong public reaction does not necessarily indicate indifference, but rather a calculated response considering the diplomatic complexities involved. Section 5. Combating illegal migration. India's multifaceted approach. India faces its own challenges with illegal migration and human smuggling, which have significant social, economic, and security implications. The country is a source, transit point, and destination for migrants from neighboring countries, making the issue complex and multifaceted. The Indian government has implemented various measures to combat this, including strengthening border security with advanced surveillance technologies, enacting stricter laws against human trafficking, and increasing penalties for those involved in such activities, and collaborating with neighboring countries to address the root causes of migration, such as poverty and lack of opportunities. International cooperation is a key aspect of India's approach, as it recognizes the transnational nature of these challenges and the need for a coordinated response. India actively participates in regional forums and initiatives aimed at combating human trafficking and smuggling, sharing best practices and resources. The government also works with international organizations to enhance its capacity to address these issues through training and resource sharing. However, challenges remain, including porous borders, corruption, and limited resources, which hinder the effectiveness of these measures. India continues to refine its strategies and strengthen its partnerships to effectively address the multifaceted challenges posed by illegal migration and human smuggling, ensuring a safer and more secure region. Section 6. Navigating the complexities implications for India-US relations. The deportation of Indian nationals from the US has the potential to impact bilateral relations significantly. This issue has been a point of concern for many, as it touches upon the lives of numerous families and individuals. While both countries emphasize their strong partnership and shared democratic values, this incident highlights a point of contention that cannot be ignored. It brings to the forefront the delicate balance of diplomacy and domestic policy. The US focus on enforcing its immigration laws, even with a close ally like India, could create friction and lead to diplomatic challenges. This strict enforcement policy is seen by some as necessary, but by others as a potential strain on international relations. India, on the other hand, must balance its commitment to protecting its citizens abroad with maintaining a positive relationship with the US. This balancing act requires careful diplomatic maneuvering and strategic communication. The long-term implications of this event on India-US relations are yet to be fully understood. Analysts suggest that it could either strengthen the resolve to work together or create a wedge that might take years to bridge. It could lead to increased scrutiny of US deportation practices and potentially impact future collaborations on migration and mobility. This scrutiny might result in policy changes or new agreements aimed at protecting the rights of migrants. However, it could also present an opportunity for both countries to engage in constructive dialogue and find common ground on this complex issue. Through open communication and mutual respect, India and the US can navigate these challenges and strengthen their partnership. Section 7. The uncertain future of legal pathways. The recent deportations raise questions about the future of legal pathways for Indians seeking to immigrate to the US. The incident could lead to a tightening of visa regulations and stricter enforcement, making it more difficult for Indians to legally migrate. This could have significant economic and social implications, as India is a major source of skilled workers and students for the US. The uncertainty surrounding US immigration policies creates significant challenges for individuals and families with aspirations of living and working in the United States. It also underscores the need for greater clarity and transparency in immigration processes to ensure fairness and predictability. Section 8. A story yet unfolded. The deportation of Indian nationals from the US is a developing story with far-reaching implications. It underscores the complexities of immigration, national sovereignty, and the delicate balance of international relations. The incident also highlights the human impact of these policies, as individuals caught in the crosshairs face uncertainty and disruption. As the situation unfolds, it is crucial to approach the issue with nuance and understanding, considering the perspectives of all stakeholders involved. Moving forward, open dialogue, mutual respect, and a commitment to finding common ground will be essential for navigating the challenges and opportunities presented by this evolving landscape.